Thinking about making the move to Kansas City and wondering which suburbs are the best to call home on the Missouri side? Well, you're in for a treat. These communities bring together small town charm with big city perks, offering everything from top-notch schools to vibrant neighborhoods and a lifestyle that's second to none. But we're just getting started. In this video, I'm breaking down the top 5 suburbs in the Kansas City area on the Missouri side, and we'll dive everything in from home values to school ratings to commute time and what makes each suburb stand out. Stay tuned until the end to discover which suburb might be the perfect fit for you, and we're going to get after it right now. And if this is your first time on our channel and you want to know everything there is about living in the Kansas City area and its surrounding suburbs, then hit that subscribe button and tap that bell for notifications so that you can be the very first to know about the current market here in the Kansas City area. Hello, my name is Jimmy Zell. My wife Nikki and I are realtors with the Living in Kansas City team, and we get calls, texts, and emails every day from people just like you and you and you. And so whether you're moving in 7 days or 7 months, feel free to reach out to us. All of our contact information is in that description box below. We'd love to help you make a smooth move here to Kansas City or any of its amazing suburbs. Now let's jump into this list. We're going to start with number 5 and move our way down to the number 1 top suburb in the Kansas City area on the Missouri side. All right, let's dive into the top 5 suburbs on the Missouri side inside of the Kansas City metro area. And so before we get started though into the first one, I want to share my screen with you and show you a little bit of the Kansas City area so that you get a good feel of exactly, what, the major highways, things like that. So let me do that. Let me share with you what this looks like. All right, so you can see here's Kansas City. And what I want to do is I want to show you some of the major highways that are part of the Kansas City metro so that you can be familiar with them. And so right off the bat, you have 35 here, since we're with the Missouri side. 35 north will take you all the way up to like Des Moines, Iowa. Then you've got I-70 right here. This will take you all the way to St. Louis. You've got 49. This will take you down to like Joplin, Missouri, closer to Springfield. 35 south. This will take you all the way down to like Wichita, down to Oklahoma City, then to Dallas. Then you have I-70. This will take you all the way out to, first stop is like Lawrence, Kansas, which is University of Kansas, as well as, and then into our capital of Kansas, Topeka, all the way out to Denver. Then you got I-29, and I-29 will take you all the way to Omaha, Nebraska, right? And so also, before I forget to I-70, this will take you all the way out to, the first stop will be Columbia, where University of Missouri is at, for all of our Missouri friends. All right, so that's your major highways. Then you have, what you want to be paying attention to is also, when you move to Kansas City, there's some ways to cut some of the traffic down, and that is the 435 loops. Let me tell you about the major loops in the city. So you've got 435, but then you have another loop, which is 470. Okay, these two major loops are on the outer, bounds of the Kansas City metro area, but these are really good for you to be able to hop on some of those, especially as we start to talk about the Missouri side. I'll show you this here in a second. But I wanted to give you guys a little bit of the highway system in terms of what looks like, and in the Kansas City area getting around. Okay, so now let's go ahead and talk about our first one, and I want to talk to you guys about Gladstone, Missouri. Now, Gladstone is a great suburb here in Kansas City. It's having a lot of growth. As a matter of fact, last year the home appreciation prices increased 11.1%. Now let me pull up Gladstone for you. Bring this back in. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and bring up Gladstone. I'll show you where this is located at. Okay, so here's Gladstone. You can see it in the red, and you can see it's just on the north side of Kansas City, right? You can kind of see the red boundary lines is where Gladstone is at. And a couple things about Gladstone. Let's go all the way in. Right, there you go. So Gladstone has a couple major highways that you want to be aware of. The first one is Highway 1. You can see it cuts almost through the middle of Gladstone, just a little to the east side of town. And then there's also another, so that's Highway 1. Then you have Highway 169, which runs north and south as well. That is on the west side of town. So when you get, come from 72nd Street, when you get into Gladstone and you find these two major highways, they will take you literally everywhere, because you can see there's our major interstates right around it. And so that will help you. And then also 152 up here as well.
So this is just in terms of where Gladstone is located. So you can see where the highway system is inside Gladstone. Now, here's what's great about Gladstone. You've got about 27,000 people that live there. You got about 27,000 people that live in Gladstone. The median home value for Gladstone was around $260,500. The median household income is about $60,000. And then in terms of home ownership rate, it's about 60%. So, 6 out of 10 people, 6 out of 10 homes people are there. Now, what we'll do is we'll hop in the car and show you some of the neighborhoods inside of Gladstone as well. You've got school districts are primarily served by the North Kansas City School District. And Gladstone has school districts that are typically, above average, rate of a B plus or higher. And then, so some, very good schools throughout the Gladstone area. Then the drive time to downtown Kansas City is about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. So 15, 20 minutes to get to downtown, then to the airport, because you're on the north side of Kansas City, you're at about 20 to 25 minutes. And one of the things about Gladstone, like I said, is that it's a market right now, that is very good, because last year alone, the home prices for home appreciation increased by 11.1%. And so if you are looking to relocate to Gladstone, definitely reach out to us. Let us help you with some of that. Find you the best place for you there in Gladstone. All right, so that's Gladstone, number 5 for us on this list. Now, number 4 is Blue Springs, Missouri. Let me do this. Let me show you where Blue Springs is again. All right, let's find Blue Springs for all of you. Okay, so Blue Springs, everybody, let's pull up the map a little bit, is towards the southeast side of Kansas City. So you can kind of see here, there's Blue Springs, all right? And the thing about Blue Springs, everybody, is that it's actually our last big suburb on I-70 as you're heading out of town, okay? You can see the boundaries here, and then there's Grand Valley and Oak Grove, which are smaller, suburbs that people live in, but Blue Springs is definitely our biggest one as you come into town. Now, there's some great things about Blue Springs. Let's pull it up a little bit so you can see it on the map. Blue Springs has a major highway up I-70, which can be very, very busy sometimes, depending on traffic. That runs right through basically the heart of Blue Springs. And so you can see the boundaries of Blue Springs. And let me share some facts for you about Blue Springs. So Blue Springs has about 55,000 people that live there. The median home value is $291,000, just over $291,000. The median household income is around $70,000, and home ownership rate jumps up to 70%. Now, in terms of, let's hop in that. What we'll do is we'll go around on a neighborhood tour now. The neighborhoods, or the Blue Springs, is served by Blue Springs School District, which is a very highly regarded school district, A and A plus ratings. And so you'll find a lot of good schools inside of Blue Springs. The drive time down to downtown Kansas City is about 25 to 30 minutes, because you're a little bit further out, on I-70, the east side of Kansas City. Now, because you're down in the southeast corner of Kansas City, and our airport is closer to the northwest corner of Kansas City, your drive time is about 40 to 45 minutes to the airport. Right? So just make sure you plan for that. If you have to travel a lot, you'll definitely want to make sure, especially during rush hour hours, rush hour traffic. The real estate market there is pretty good, because you've got a real mix of housing options for people. And in terms of Blue Springs, in the southern part of Blue Springs, you'll see a lot more of your newer construction, newer suburbs where people are buying. And then last year, the home appreciation prices for Blue Springs increased by 2.8% over the past year. So good market Blue Springs is. Once again, if you have any questions about Blue Springs, reach out to us. And on our channel, go find our pros and cons of Blue Springs. We have a full map tour of Blue Springs, as well as the neighborhood vlog, to give you an example of price points in the 400 to 900,000 range. So be on the lookout for those videos on our channel. And if you live in Blue Springs, tell us what you love about Blue Springs, because it is definitely a great market to help a lot of people that are especially relocating to the Kansas City area. Okay, our number 3 one is Liberty, Missouri. And Liberty, let me pull it up and show you. Okay, here's Liberty, Missouri. You can see here in the red outline. And Liberty is in the northeast corner of the Kansas City metro area. And so what we'll do is, let me pull in let's pull in Liberty so you can kind of see it here on the big map. And so one of the things about Liberty is that in terms of getting around, you've got your major highway, I-35, that cuts through it. Lots of people will jump on that. 210 is here as well, and 291. These are all your major highways to get around into the Liberty area. And so this is where Liberty is at. I'll give you some more facts about Liberty. So Liberty, I put it as the number 3 spot. And the reason why is because, you know, it's got a really good mix of older as well as new construction. It's one of our oldest cities in the Kansas City metro area. About 30,000 people live in Liberty. The median home value is around $348,000, and the median household income is right at $75,000. Now, home ownership rate in Liberty is about 65%, and then we'll start to show you the neighborhood tour here. The Liberty School District serves the Liberty area. And the schools here are once again regarded as some really top-notch schools. They rate the A to A minus grades for schools, and they do so they do quite well. Now, driving time to Kansas City is about only 20 to 25 minutes downtown. Now, because you're on the northern side of the Kansas City Metro, to the airport is only about 25 to 30 minutes. And the thing about Liberty is because, like I said, you've got the historic side, but then you also have the new construction. So you've got a good mix of real estate there. And then last year, the home price appreciation grew by 2.5%. And so Liberty is a great market. I love the downtown area of Liberty. You'll see that in some of our other videos, definitely on our channel. Go check out the pros and cons of Liberty, as well as the neighborhood vlog. And so you'll see a little bit more of Liberty as well. So Liberty is a great suburb to move to, good schools, proximity wise. Like I said, it's not that far from downtown, as well as get to the airport. Okay. Now, our number 2 city is Lee's Summit, Missouri. And Lee's Summit, Missouri is a big one. All right, so let me just show you where it's at. Okay, here's Lee's Summit, Missouri. You can see on our map now. Lee's Summit is one of our biggest suburbs in the Kansas City metro area. And definitely in Missouri, so you can see that the landmass itself is quite big. In terms of traffic, of course, on the north side, you've got I-70, 470 cuts through it as well, some of our loop. You've got 291 access and 350 as well to get around. There's 350 and 50 as well on the other side. So very easy to get in and out of Lee's Summit. And this is really good because in Lee's Summit, you have over 100-some thousand people who live there, like 101,000 people live in Lee's Summit. The median home value is at $380,000, but median household income jumps to $80,000. Okay. Now, home ownership in Lee's Summit is around 75%. And so we'll give you a tour of some of the homes there now. And so Lee's Summit is primarily served by Lee's Summit R7 school district. Now, this school district is rated very high, A and A plus ratings, with several of the schools that have those ratings. Drive time to downtown Kansas City puts you at about 25 to 30 minutes, but getting to the airport from Lee's Summit, because it is in the south, east corner of Kansas City, especially if you're living in the south part of Lee's Summit, you're looking at about a 45 to 50 minute drive. So definitely make sure you plan for that and plan accordingly. Now, real estate in Lee's Summit is really good. It's constantly, multiple offer situations, several housing. And the further south you go into Lee's Summit, you'll find where there's like newer suburb subdivisions, new construction down there. And so it's a really good market for relocation. And Lee's Summit's downtown area, there's a lot of fun stuff that happens in Lee's Summit. You've got the downtown area, which actually is like an award-winning downtown. Definitely go check out our pros and cons of Lee's Summit, as well as our neighborhood vlog tour, so you can get a real good feel of the prices of homes, the different prices of homes. That's on our channel. Definitely go find those videos if you want to learn some more about Lee's Summit. Last year, the homes increased by 2.7%. So that's another good year for Lee's Summit as it continues to grow. You'll find out in Lee's Summit, there's some very easy shopping to get around, some big Summit Fair, Summit Crossing, some of these bigger, places where people go shopping, lots of good restaurants, downtown area. So Lee's Summit for us, we put it at the number 2 spot because this is a big growth area in the Kansas City market as well. So Lee's Summit, number 2 on our list. All right, now our number 1, there can only be one number 1, right? And that is going to be Parkville, Missouri. And I love going to Parkville and showing clients and helping people there, because Parkville is absolutely beautiful. Let me show you where Parkville is located. Okay, you can see on my screen here, very little here. There is Parkville. There it is. And so it's in the northwest side of Missouri, the Kansas City area, on the Missouri side. And so pull it out a little bit more. Now, one of the things about Parkville is that the boundaries, literally, kind of see these boundaries here, is that it goes along this river here, which is the Missouri River. And what's beautiful about Parkville, everybody, is that you have it sits on a lot of the bluffs of the Missouri. You know, Parkville's got some really good topography, the hills. It's just beautiful. Some of this where the suburbs are. You've got Wrist Lake out here. Maybe pull this up a little bit so you can see it. And so in terms of our number one, there's Wrist Lake. There it is. You've got just a beautiful, beautiful city. The downtown area is really cool. Down by the landing, here, this English Landing Park. You can see that there. And what's great about where Parkville sits is that it's not that far, not only from the airport. You see the airport is just, let me pull this down a little bit. There's the airport, all right? And here's Parkville. Okay, so you can see it's not that far. You just basically get on 29. You could also, if you're on the other side, get 435 and get out there as well. So no major traffic to get there to the airport. And then pull it out a little bit. You can see what's great about Parkville is you have, a beautiful suburb with the the bluffs and things like that. But then you're also not that far from the airport, but also from downtown. So a couple of things about Parkville is that you've got only about 7,600 to 7,700 residents that live there, but the median home value now jumps up to $562,000 in Parkville. You've got especially some of the suburbs there, some subdivisions out there like Wrist Lake really drive those prices up. The median household income out there is $120,000 for Parkville. So you definitely are going to have a great working population, income population out there. A lot of people move out there because of what Parkville's, you already know the income is $120,000, the median home value is $562,000. Home ownership rate out there is 80%. And then you have one of the top schools, which is Parkville School District is out there. They have A and A+ rated schools, lots of those out there. And then once again, driving down to Kansas City or downtown Kansas City, you're about 20 to 25 minutes. And then to the airport, you're only about 15 to 20 minutes. And so the real estate market out there is really good. Last year, home values increased 3.7%. And so when you factor in all those things, proximity, median home value, income, the median household income, home ownership rate is very high. The school district, this is just a beautiful topography near the bluffs. I put it at the number one for suburbs on the Missouri side. We love going out there, but there's some great restaurants in Parkville as well, especially that downtown area. And so, if you have any questions about Parkville, definitely reach out to us. On this channel, you will see that we have a Parkville pros and cons. We've got other videos like the map tour, full map tour, but also the neighborhood vlog of Parkville. New construction is still happening inside of Parkville as well. And even now on the other side of 435, there's some new construction for the Parkville, and there's some really good build out and development happening. So price appreciation is still on the rise there at Parkville. So it's a good time if you're looking to move to Parkville. So if you have any questions about Parkville, definitely reach out to us. And our number one suburb on the Missouri side is Parkville, Missouri.
All right, that wraps up our countdown of the top 5 suburbs on the Missouri side of Kansas City. From historic charm to family-friendly neighborhoods to top-rated schools and unbeatable amenities, these suburbs offer something for everyone looking to make Kansas City their home. And so whether it's the small town feel of Liberty or the thriving community in Blue Springs or the scenic beauty and luxury in Parkville, each of these suburbs stands out for its unique appeal. Imagine living in a place that perfectly balances convenience and lifestyle with easy access to downtown Kansas City and all the perks of suburban living. Now, if you have any questions about any of these suburbs or need help finding the perfect home in Kansas City, don't hesitate to reach out to us. My wife, Nikki, and I and the team would love to help you make your move smooth and stress-free. So whether you're relocating from, another state or moving just a few miles away, also be sure to check out our other videos where we dive deeper into each one of these suburbs. From neighborhood tours and market updates to pros and cons, we've got all the info you'll ever need to make the best decision. And then don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so that you never miss a video about living in Kansas City. And remember this, Whether you're planning to move in 7 days or 7 months, we're here to help every step of the way. Our contact information is in the description box below. Give us a call, send us a text, or set up that one-on-one Zoom. We want your buying or selling process to be seamless so that you can focus on building your new chapter here in Kansas City. So thanks for watching this video, and until next time, we hope to see you around town.